Welcome to 2025, seekers of wisdom and wonders of the cosmos. You are now tuned in to the current live flow, and it's 2025. We've got the jammies on. This is last night's hair. We're having a good time. We have the cold brew. I'm looking. I believe we're live on X. We're also live on YouTube. So thank you for joining me today. Whether you are here to just understand what the heck is happening out there, and especially what is going to happen in 2025, or just looking to explore a little bit of the tarot that we have here, you have found your sanctuary. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so much. Feel free to navigate our community by visiting www.habitualsages.com. If you have joined me before, welcome back. Welcome to the 2025 show. Here, you know it. We're catching the current together. So let's get right. I'm like mind blown. It's 2025. I don't even know where to start. I've got the decks ready. This is sincerely just a flow. I don't have anything planned. Yes, I've got my notes on 2025, and I definitely have the chart up, and we can animate the chart as we go along. So we're just gonna flow. We're just gonna vibe here. How was your 2025? Put it in the comments. What did you do over this last week? Let's call it, really since that black moon. What came through with that amazing Capricorn black moon that we just had? The new things that you're birthing that maybe you carried through the energetics of last night and into today. There's so much going on. 2025 for us is going to be the season of prosperity. Called that last month. Been really feeling into what 2025 is about ready to bring. And look, it's no sugarcoating, no bullshit on this early morning 2025. There's some things this year. There's some definite energetics. Let's see if we can get a card to just ground into what 2025 is going to be. It is rapidly changing environments. All right, let's see. Oh, we got 3 cards. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups laid out head first. So that was what it was. King of Wands underneath that, Knight of Pentacles underneath that. And I feel like it's more of a stack. Understanding these and understanding what is going to happen coming into this year is kind of like layers. I've even got the dramatic music on. I hope you guys can hear this because it's like got even my heart racing, because that is the potentiality, the absolute amazingness that 2025 is bringing in for us. So first off, with this Two of Cups, there's some sort of unity. And I'm not feeling this as a unity with another person, but more so a unity within yourself, a unity with knowing exactly what you're coming into in 2025, knowing exactly what types of things that you want to make. It's almost like an acknowledgement, an acceptance, a deep binding is the word that I'm hearing, that allows you to take what is going to happen this year, all of the things that as a collective and as a world we're going to be going through. And this year is about the push and pull. Card of duality, of bifurcation. There is deep splitting happening. It started last year, this deep bifurcation. And we're going to have to do a whole live or a whole video just on bifurcation itself, because bifurcations too, there's also a trifurcation. So as these timelines, as these energetics, as they split away and they go down different pathways, you're going to have to determine where your center is. And that's what I feel like we're coming into 2025 with, this acknowledgement of, I know what I'm doing. Look at these 2 swans, right? There's this marriage of ideals. There's a marriage of action and acceptance. There's this marriage of that masculine and that feminine energy working together. There's a marriage of, I can hold two truths at the same time. I can be going through something, but still be in deep gratitude. I can. And that's what I continue to hear is this, we are ready. We don't know what it's going to look like, but we've got it. We understand us, individual. That's the most important part throughout all of this. Here we come. Knight of Wands. It is understanding you as a sovereign, you as the ruler of your universe, of what you're bringing forward. And until you can sit in this throne with this wand and really embody what all of that means, this is still just going to be an abstract concept, something that you want, but maybe hasn't really grounded in there yet. Maybe hasn't really come to fruition. Maybe your throne is just being built. But there's something very tangible here. And I'm feeling this energy very much when we get into that middle, actually like March, April, May, June. March and April is a holy fuck, hold on moment. It's in 2025, that's the bubbling months. August is very, very hot. Leo season is coming in hot. And there's going to be some things obviously towards the end of the year as well. But where we're really going to need this Two of Cups energy, this absoluteness, this clarity and holding on to this, like they are holding hands. This is going to be the holding hands. Almost, I'm getting the word desperation. Hold on to your vision. Hold on to it, because when Saturn and Neptune enter into Aries, when we have Jupiter headed into Cancer, when we have Uranus headed into Gemini, when we have this transition with our major planets, Pluto's already there, but going from feminine to masculine signs, this is what we're going to get. And if we're not ready to, I'm getting the word archetype. If we are not in a space where we understand that we are not archetypes, the archetypes are energies that are present around us that may end up coming through, but we cannot be. We want to be this solid King of Wands, making action in a very supportive, very sovereign, very blessing sort of way, because the energy is coming. And this king, you get to choose what type of throne you're going to stand on. You get to choose how you're going to be that ruler. You get to choose what your kingdom is going to look like. And these could be things that you've been building towards. But again, some things might have changed. Some things still may change. You may continue to change over the course of the next 10 years and beyond. But what you're doing is you're building this. You're building this kingdom. And this is going to come in hot. These energies are going to, and we're going to see it. We're going to get our picture. Woo! We're going to get our picture. And then here's where the Knight of Pentacles come in. We're going to get this awesome picture. We're going to have all of these energies drop in, and then they're going to be pulled back. They're going to go back into the signs that they're in currently to finish up what they need to finish up. This is not the storm. This is getting into the storm. We've got to wait till 2026, right? This is still a year where things are changed. Things will be changing. The winds are blowing. Oya is here, bringing in all of the goodness, but it doesn't stick. It doesn't form. It doesn't actually penetrate the way that it will when we go into 2026 and go beyond that. So here we have this Knight of Pentacles, like galloping back into the signs before, taking this pentacle. This Knight of Pentacles holds a gift, and I am getting full body goosebumps. This is Venus. This is Venus. Whatever gift she was imbued by Pluto in December, whatever she is bringing forward, she is my planet of the year in 2025. No doubt. Venus's journey this year, it cannot be underestimated. There's a lot of massive things going on. And when you peel everything back, it is Venus that is going first. It is Venus that is in her chariot leading the charge. It is Venus that holds the gift for you. It holds the gift of humanity, whatever that is, whatever is going to allow you to create this throne, whatever is going to allow you to come into harmony, whatever, look, and this is even Venus in Cancer here. Whatever is going to allow you to truly anchor in, you have it, you hold it, but you are in motion, right? Think about galloping on a horse. Do you really have time to like unpack your saddlebag as you're galloping along, going back into the signs that, you know, to finish up whatever you need to finish up to prepare for the storm of 2026? No, that's really challenging. You're trying to stay on the horse. You're not going to be digging into your saddlebag looking at this, but you know it's there. You have faith that you have placed this gift, this pentacle, this absolute abundance in your saddlebag. You are carrying it with you, and you have everything that you need. You know how to ride a horse. You know how to fight off people that want to get this pentacle, thieves and barbarians and all of those things. You have the ability, you have the fortitude, you have the absolute knowing that you are moving forward and you have the gift. It's just about letting it unfold as it needs to. I mean, look, galloping towards the city, galloping towards something, galloping towards the structure, man, that Saturn and Aries, that whole structure, and then Neptune and Aries with the dreams of what that structure might be. Maybe for you, it's not a city. Maybe for you, it's 40 plus acres of native land, 10 of those acres being cleared. Maybe that is your dream. Maybe it's the whole world, traveling, bringing forth your gifts into it. Whatever you are moving towards, you have it. And this, again, it's Venus. Watch Venus. Track Venus throughout this year. She is doing, let me take a look. Where's my Venus notes? I mean, the queen. Oreye Oshun. So I also have this tiny tarot, my favorite tiny tarot, to get some clarity here. So let me see. So she led the way with Pluto and Aquarius. She is leading the way into Aries for Saturn and Neptune. She gets there first. She is leading the first Mercury retrograde of 2025. So Mercury is not zipping ahead of Venus, right? She has got the anchor in this. She is really in the chariot leading the way. You know, and I kept seeing it as just beautiful. Death. Just absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Hold on. They want this one too. Look at that. 9 of Swords. Heady things coming. So I really think she is going to have an absolute Cinderella moment in 2025. Absolute Cinderella moment. And I kept getting this picture of Venus, you know, who was it? I can't remember what podcast I was watching. What podcast? Okay. Nope. I want one more. Look, there's one more that needs to come out. Thank you. And the 8 of Wands. Okay, let's talk about this in the context of what the Two of Cups, King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, really I'm feeling these cards for Venus's journey. So when I was really feeling into 2025 and started thinking about Venus and her journey and what she's going to go through and how she's leading the charge, how she led the charge with Pluto, like that's not, there's something so profound about the universe making the construction that it did to have this moment in time where Venus is the one that met with Pluto after he seated himself in Aquarius officially, right? There's none of this back and forth. There is none of this, I'm going to play with you. It was, I am here. I am loud. You will hear me moving forward. And here comes Venus again, finding this gift. Here's the death, clarifying that, clarifying this moment of Venus, you're moving. It's death to all of the bitterness. It's death to all of the lack of, I'm getting the word immature, lack of the immaturity of not understanding your value in this world. It's because it is an immature energy. It's a very, like this rose on this card is in full bloom. You know what you are capable of. And it's just like death to all the naysayers, death to all the, including yourself, death to your naysayer inner saboteur that's like, no, you're not worthy enough. No, you're not ready enough. No, you're not doing your self-love practices enough. Or, again, I'm not opposed to shame. Shame can do a lot of really amazing things. Shame is an energetic, it's present for a purpose. But when you allow the death of yourself, the death, like I'm seeing right now, like a wasteland, like where there was once this lush, fertile landscape that was you. And now all of a sudden it is dead and dried and crumbled. But from that comes this rose. This rose. Death bears the gift of regeneration when you make the choice to do that. So here again, what are you coming back to this Two of Cups? I feel like that's where this knowing is. We're done with that, right? We're done with, we've done enough to know how we can work within our self-love practices. There's always going to be things to change, to learn. That is the beauty of mutable. We are going into a cardinal year. So we just had, and this year in particular, we're going back and forth between cardinal energy and then that mutable energy. So allow that mutability to give you something new, to give you a way to flow. And then bring it into that cardinal and go, all right, this is what I'm going to do for this season. This season, before it changes, this is how I'm going to go. And so coming back to Venus and her story, this Cinderella story, there was a podcast I was watching and I don't remember who it was. It might've been Sean Ryan. Anyways, but they said something to the likes of, like, do things that are shitty. Do things that absolutely suck. Because when you do things that suck, on the other end of that is greatness, right? Like that's where you truly see, this is like the lesson of Saturn. When you do the work, when you get down to the nitty gritty, when you do the things that you know you should be doing, even when they suck, going out for a cold walk every morning, doing a cold plunge, eating healthy, doing a self-love practice, exercising, whatever, journaling every day. All of these things take mind, take time, take capacity, take, here comes this, right? Here comes this, take, and take. And it can feel like you're being bound. It can feel like you don't have, like, it's just, But what we need to come to, and maybe again with here, maybe what we've already came to is we can't have this throne. This throne gets really fucking messy. This throne gets really, it just gets raggedy. It gets like, nah, we want a bougie AF throne. We don't want no raggedy, like gonna fall apart, seeing the potholes in it. No. Like, we want a forged throne. Forged in the shitty, forged in the blood, sweat, and tears of doing the work, forged in the understanding that through we are not bound. These are bindings of our own nature, our own choices that have bound us here. We have the opportunity through the choice, through dropping into gratitude, for doing it anyways, putting your hand in the shit and pulling out gold. That is the alchemy. That is the magician. That is what we are here for. Because look at these. These swords are all gifts of truth. Are you binding yourself from the truth? I always found this card very interesting. If I ever make my own tarot deck, which is totally in the ether and atmosphere, I would love to make this card more with, I know that, right, we've got another sword out there with this, but this is not just about the binding, it's also about the blindfolding. It's about or maybe it's not. Maybe that is the key of this card, is that your eyes are very well open. Your eyes are open to the shitty things that you got to do in order to make this the best goddamn throne ever. So maybe there's purpose in this, that the eyes are open. You can see each of these. Your hands are bound. You have tied your hands. And as Venus goes down this Cinderella story, think about the story of Cinderella. She had a loving father. She was little girl. She had what she needed to survive and thrive. Mother passes. Stepmother comes in with 2 other daughters and treats Cinderella through whatever guise, wherever her dad was. Okay, like, daddy ain't there. All right. Did dad pass? I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Cinderella. But the key that this comes to is that was a lot of shit that she went through. All the while, though, she maintained this, eyes wide open. I think definitely could she have unbound herself a little sooner, potentially. But she maintained this ability to continue to do the work, continue to seek and be where she needed to be. And then, boom, she got her city in the sky. She got the ability to have her moment. And her moment, the path, the gift that she had, this pentacle that she put in her saddlebag or in her pumpkin and rode out with, came to fruition. And because of that, she had one hell of a throne to sit on. Cinderella 2, totally a thing. Watch that as well. One of my son's favorites from when he was a little kid. But that throne then was forged through those life lessons, was forged and had the ability to sit in this King of Wands energy, make choices from a different perspective, not from the bound and wounded perspective, but from the perspective of truth, of honesty, of working through the shit that's needed in order to get to the other side. So now we have this Eight of Wands. And this to me brings forward that energy of, when we think about death, I feel like this death has already occurred, right? That's been this December getting into this new year for Venus. I think she's going to have some struggles. There's going to be some, quick, very direct truths on her journey. She's going to have to face them. Eyes wide open. Okay. We've got a 118. Let me just look here. It is January 18th. We're going to look at this chart here in a second. January 18th, she's going to conjunct to Saturn. These are the first of 3 conjunctions with Saturn and Pisces. So there's that. She's going to meet up again. So we have this meetup in January. Then she takes all of this journey and meets up with Saturn again in April while she's retrograde. And then she meets up with Saturn twice in April. So it's one meetup. Holy crap, a long time. I mean, we're talking legitimately like 3 months. And then it's bam, 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 bam. Just like that. She meets up with Saturn again twice. Retrograde over. Boom. And so it's this like what comes in? What comes in? What's this first meetup about? What comes in? And then what comes in quick succession? There will need to be action. And more so, I'm even hearing it potentially for some of us, not even action, but very quick decisions needing to be made in April. After their second and third meetup, all right, it's almost like Venus, she was going down this pathway on her trusty steed, and she met up with Saturn. Saturn told her the map, the direction to go to get where she needed to, and she galloped away. And then over the course of the 3 months, she got a little tangled, went a little side path, stopped too long at an inn, whatever it is. And now Saturn's like, the first meetup, Saturn's like, whoa, sis, you're literally due at the end of the month to be right here. So I'm going to need you to get there and get there quickly. This is not where I told you to go. And then quick decisions. All right, you've literally got from the 7th to the 24th of April to figure it out. I need you there on the 24th. You must be there. So Venus has got to make those quick choices, quick decisions, quick actions, quick. She gets there, boom. Now that's obviously not the end of the Venus story. She's got much more as she goes into all the things through the end of the year. However, that there's something from now until that April that's really prominent, really, really potent and important. All right. So I want to share. I feel like those messages are done. I'm going to keep these out though, and we're going to get some more cards. I want to share the chart for today. Let's see. Share. All right. I think, are we sharing? Send. Oh, there we go. Boom. All right. We are here. So, this is the animated chart within Solar Fire, so I don't have the ability to like mark it up and everything. However, let me see. Oh, look, you can see my little, look at us go. Look at us grow. So this was the chart that I pulled at 10 a.m. So that was at the start of all of this messages. And let's just go around and talk about what energy is like bringing forward. What does the energy of the first day of the month look like? If you have any questions, I don't think Haven't done the little research, but I do not think that I can see any chats within X or YouTube. I only think we can chat if you are in Vimeo and watching this live on Vimeo. But no fear, throw everything into the chat, throw it into a comment after the fact, and I will be looking throughout the day-to-day, answering any questions you may have. And then I'll see. Maybe there is a way and I just don't know it yet. Look, gift. Maybe I carry the gift and I just don't know it yet. All right. So let's take a look at this chart. Don't worry about the rising and everything. That was just for me for this 10 o'clock time. But let's just take a look at all of our major planets and points and luminaries and just ground in to where we are at within this energy. So you see here we have Pluto, our good friend, still sitting at that 1 degree, 5 arc minutes of Aquarius. We've got some really great Aquarian energy. We have the moon at 2 degrees, 55, conjunct Pluto. We also have Venus down here again, leading that charge, leading the way at 28 degrees, 25 arc minutes of Aquarius. Oh, 6 of Cups. Look at how cute this card is. Oh, man. The hummingbirds. We've got the children playing. We've got Mima in the corner just living the dream. There is this is so reminiscent for me. What does it say? It says the sun in Scorpio. That's really interesting. I'm just getting such vibes here for the springtime. This Aries energy, again, do not forget about the beauty. Do not forget about the beauty of doing the hard things, forging your throne, taking that journey, that Venus is taking, becoming, in tune with yourself. There's so much grandeur, so much beauty, so much love. And so, this card makes my heart so happy. There's just there's so much joy to be had. How amazing are we? How amazing is it that just really pull back and let yourself rabbit hole down what it took to get you to this moment, all the way down to the literal creation of a spiritual being in a human body. Even go back further, how this planet got created, how the universe got created. Go down that pathway and really think about how absolutely amazing that is, how absolutely stunning it is that all of the right things, all of the right flowers, all of the right ingredients, all of the right cups, all of the right wisdom, all of the right things were put into place to get us here, to get you to this exact moment, to bring you right here on this screen, watching me. It is so profound. It's such a gift. And that gift is numerous in its giving, right? These 6 cups are overflowing, not with material things, right? This isn't the 7 of Cups where you have this overflowing energy of, yep, you can go and get all of the golds and jewels. You can go slay that dragon. It's not about those material action things, but it's settling into the absolute understanding of, the feelings of things, the miraculousness of things. It's overfilling with wonder, with joy, with connection, with transformation, with all of the beautiful things in the world. That's such a lovely card. All right. So, Aquarius energy. Dive in, see the truth. See the truth. And then let's come down to our Piscean friends. So we start out the year with Saturn at 14 degrees, 34 arc minutes of Pisces, Neptune at 27 degrees, 18 arc minutes of Pisces. And this journey is not yet done. I highly encourage you. There are so many videos and, going through, you know what? We got two cards out. Give me a second. I'm making a note. Look, I got these. This is my 6 of Cups right here. Heart so happy. Do you know how much I love these things? And my gel pens, my Sharpie S Gel 0.7 pen, and these little note cards are the whole vibe. Again, it's the 6 of Cups. It's the little things. It's the little things like this. All right. So the reason why I got this out, I am in the process of building out, again, going down the journey, building out my Discord channel for the current 2025 signature program. If you don't know what that is, haven't heard about it, definitely go check out my website, habitualsages.com. Or you can just go on patreon.com/habitual_sages. I'll have all the information out there. It's obviously all in my bio, in my links, in my pages, all the things. But for members of Patreon that are in the Eddy or the Surge, those membership tiers have a private Discord server. And I'm really trying to find, just letting it soak in, letting it see how it wants to unfold and be built. This is Saturn and Neptune right here. I still have these 2 cards that are flipped over. But I think that might need to be one of our Discord chats, one of our Discord threads, is the energy that Neptune in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces has brought throughout history. And then also kind of dipping that toe into, again, Neptune and Saturn heading into Aries together. One is mind effing blowing, right? Like that is just crazy. However, the Neptune in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces absolutely has this flair to it that when you go back through history, there are some very key themes that we can understand. Again, we're in 2025. Shit's going to be different. We're different as a society. We are in a whole different trajectory. We have different alignments. We have Pluto and Aquarius. So all of these things, there's going to be a heady change. And we're going to get the preview of that. We're going to get the preview of that in 2025 when both of these dip their toe into Aries and then come back to finish up whatever they need to finish up in Pisces. But I'm writing it down. Saturn in Pisces versus Aries, and Neptune in Pisces versus Aries. Boom. So I think that's going to be a really wonderful way to connect on Discord. Again, membership tiers. That's where you want, because that will get you straight into the Discord channel. All right. So we've got that energy. We had 2 cards come out. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes. Look at this. First of all, here's Neptune right away. Mars in Pisces. So we still got the Piscean energy here. We have the 10 of Cups and the Hanged Man, y'all. That is absolute Saturn. What a wonderful representation for Saturn and Neptune in Pisces doing what they're doing as they go through the end of this journey. I mean, this is what it is all about. This is what it is all about. Neptune in Pisces turning our thought processes, but it's even deeper than that. It's our deep spiritual knowing, turning our divine self, turning our, God, there's not this is so Piscean. There's not even words right now. It's things are turned on their head. things are going to continue to be turned on their head. The explosion of, the esoteric, the explosion of the occult, the explosion of, and not just that, but like the acceptance of, all of that. Again, there was a structure, there was a way, there was a prominence in human society. And when Neptune got into Pisces, all of that got turned on its head and it changed. It changed perspective. It changed awareness. And that is not done yet. The disillusionment, the cloudiness, the deep, like I love that this Hanged Man has this halo over his Ori, the awakening of the Ori, the awakening of that higher consciousness, the awakening of the understanding of divine timing, of faith, of tapping in and connecting to self, here comes back the Six of Cups, to, not the material things, but the immaterial, the feelings of things. Man, what heady stuff. What absolute gift. What gift did we take away from having this turned perspective, from having this connection to our Ori, to our divine and inner self and inner guidance and inner system? Let me tell you what we got. We got the 10 of goddamn cups. Look at this. Celebration. We got the Mars in Pisces. I mean, Mars is in Cancer doing its retrograde, which we're going to get there. Man, this has been a whole, woo! I don't know if look, y'all, we'll get there when we get there, because this is more, hold on, structure it back. This is about Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. So here we had this Neptune in Pisces, right? Before Saturn got in there, giving us this new perspective. Saturn gets there and look at what we are finalizing. Look at where we're at. What gifts have you pulled from this? What structures have you built around this? What boundaries have you placed around? How have you changed it? How have you done the work and seen and changed things around in your life since these two, amazing energies have transited Pisces together? What has occurred? And what does this 10 of Cups actually look like for you now? Where when Saturn was in Aquarius or even in Capricorn, even Sagittarius, like, we can take that back. How has this 10 of Cups changed over time, right? It is a cup. Again, there's something very strong here about not having the material connections. Material things are great. We love material things. We love to be able to have a beautiful home that keeps us warm at night. We love to be able to have the energy of the things that we want around us. We love to be able to create in this world and bring forth beautiful art and have it hang on the walls. We love the energy of money and having that really strong and healthy relationship with it. We love I love having these cards to be able to play, to be able to be there with y'all and bring these messages forward. But it's in the tying yourself to the material things. It's uncoupling that. It becomes a bind that's not necessary. Let's see what kind of clarity cards want to come out on this one. Because again, this is a lot of material goodness, right? Look at this beautiful house. Look at all the clothes. Look at all the things. But it is rich. The key here, and what pulls out of this card so clearly, is not about the house is in the background. The house is just a thing. It's the richness in love. It's the richness in family. It's the richness in community. It's the, look at this, three of cups, 2 of swords. It's the richness in the unseen things, the unseen, untangible, unmaterial, not unseen. Maybe even some of the unseen, right? Becoming a greater person, becoming the person that you always knew that you were already, having a strong community, having a strong, healthy relationship with those that you consider your family. That could be birth as well, your blood family, but also those that you have chosen, your chosen family. It's having a strong connection with your egbe, your ile, the people that are around you. What is really valuable is what I am hearing, and defining that, not by looking around, but by looking inside, coming to those stark truths and those stark realities. That's Saturn in Pisces. That's what this transit's doing. Finalizing all of that. Moving into Aries, we have the North Node, 111, moving into Pisces, adding to this whole story right here. This can really be a North Node moment, heading into Pisces for the first time. Anchoring in, providing the head of the dragon, to providing this mouthpiece, this not karmic, hold on. All the time, every time, my words with Pisces, trying to get it in. All right. It's adding to the complexity and the layers, but it is necessary for where you are going, where the collective is going in our future, in not just our future, but the future that extends out beyond our lifetime, beyond this life cycle that we are in. And then we have Chiron in Aries too. Chiron. Woo! All right. Think about that. When Saturn and Neptune get into Aries, Chiron is there. And then Chiron will be taking that journey with Saturn and Neptune all the way through their journey through Aries. Here we grow. We have Uranus down here at 23 degrees, 37 arc minutes of Taurus retrograde. Uranus will stay retrograde through January, turns retrograde, I believe, on the 30th, stations direct, I believe, on the 30th of this month. It could be the 31st. However, that is where Uranus will be. Again, Uranus is headed into Gemini, y'all, this year. Let's see. Oh, look at that. 3 of Cups, Mercury in Cancer. Celebrate. Find times for the celebration. Find times this year to go out in the rain and dance, to do the thing that you want to do, to put your artwork out there, to go and, I'm even seeing it as like, go create something in the forest. Go and, go to that EDM concert you've been wanting to go to, and go and do that one thing that's just been there. I'm feeling this as a little bit of Jupiter in Gemini, which is right next door, 13 degrees, 8 arc minutes retrograde. Go and do it. Just go and do it. Jupiter is going to head into Cancer this year. Joy, jubilation, bringing the comfort and the expansiveness of home, of ancestry, of the comfort things that you create around you to feel secure, to feel joyous, to feel grounded in who you are, where that protection is, where you feel the most safety, the most love, the most joy. And bringing that into very practical terms, right? This is a minor arcana, not a major. Bringing that into very practical terms for self. So, what is that one thing? Now, Uranus is really just, Uranus energy is so interesting and so wonderful to work with, because Uranus, all Uranus does, personal opinion, is shake your foundation. That's all Uranus does. Oh, I'm just going to shake all of this shit up. If you aren't ready, if you aren't prepared, if you aren't where you need to be, that's where Uranus comes in, like, all right, there you go. You're welcome. I just showed you. Watch, observe. Again, coming back to this Two of Swords, the truth, but the internal truth might not be readily seen. But here, I showed you that this shit's not working. I showed you that things need to change. Or Uranus can go, oh shit, that really does work. Holy crap. Like we could have been doing something. Uranus comes around, shakes it up, and it's like, no, I'm firm. I am firm here. Oh, okay. Heard. Thank you. I am firm here. I'm good. And Uranus is like, yes, you are. Continue on. Gift. Go. Move. All right. Let's come up to, aha. Justice just flew out. Look at that. Look at that. It's an 11. Man. I get this. I know that this is a card of Libra, obviously, but I definitely get this card as what Uranus's role in Gemini is going to be. Balancing the scales. It's the sword, right? The sword of truth. There's something very unknown but coming. So this, whatever is coming up for you as you see this, as you feel into this card, Uranus in Gemini. Now, again, Uranus will get into Gemini, come back. So you'll probably end up seeing what is needed when Uranus gets into Gemini, and then there's going to be some things that need to be cleaned up, and then boom, we're going to be seated in 2026. Okay, here we grow. Justice is here. So, whatever that means for you. All right, here's Mars. I'm going to go up to our friend Mercury real quick because, Mars. All right, Mercury, 20 degrees, 44 arc minutes of Sagittarius. We have the sun sitting here in Capricorn season. Man, me and my best friendie, my bestie, my soul sister, the star, Miss Simone. We were sitting talking about how odd Capricorn season is this year. Woo, man, I am not Capricorn season is not Capricorn in the way that it used to. It ain't hitting the same. I love the way it is hitting though. I love how it has changed. It has morphed. It has whatever. It's done its thing. It's given us the opportunity to sink into what is our truth now. what is actually our vision at this moment. 11 degrees, 29 arc minutes. What is really being illuminated up here in Capricorn? How is our mountain coming forward? How is our journey unfolding? And really sinking into that in a brand new way, because 2025 is a brand new year. It's the year that everything changes. It's the year that we get to the storm. Whatever is going to happen over the next decade, we will not be the same. It calls for something new. Einstein, right? You can't solve your problems with the same thinking that got you into the problems. Something has to change there. And I love that it's coming out in this Capricorn season. So Mercury in Sag, just adore, right? Mercury is, just finished up his retrograde in December. He's moving forward, giving us these, again, this star, these lofty ideals, showing us where we're needed, where we need to water ourselves, where we need to water the earth around us. And just, we can do it. We can totally do it. So let's now come back to Mars. We're going to end there with this lovely Mars retrograde. I'll talk about this configuration in the middle because obviously that's stark that we started the year with a mystic rectangle right in the middle of the chart. But part of that mystic rectangle is this Mars retrograde at 1 degree, 41 arc minutes of Leo. Mars in January will be headed back into Cancer. Hold on, let me pull up my notes. Let me get that date for you. Do I have it? Watch Mars with this Cancer full moon, y'all. I'm telling you, peak Mars. Okay, well, here we go. So Mars was my planet of the year in 2024. Passing the reins to Uranus. He is now retrograde. If y'all have internal voices, I can tell you that is my feeling that I have been getting with this Mars retrograde is, man, are those voices loud. Woo! Internal voice on loud, on like decibel 10. So we have the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Swords, and how absolutely beautiful that we are sitting here talking about Mars retrograde and these 2 cards come out, because Mars started his retrograde in Leo. Here's that 3 of Wands energy. Trying to figure it out, trying to understand, trying to reassess, being hyper vigilant. Like Mars, all retrogrades have the things. That's fine. But Mars brings in this layer, especially with this retrograde in Leo, that is hyper loud, hyper internal voice loud, hyper visual, hyper auditory, hyper, like aggressive in some things. Mars aligns with Ogun. It's that heralding energy. It's the moving and cutting down all the obstacles in our way to get us to where we need to go. It's the protector. It's the action taker. It's the wielder of metal, right? Think about how humanity changed because of people wielding metal. All types of metal, right? Like shout out to the blacksmiths of the past and of the current and of the future. So here's this 3 of Wands energy that Mars is currently in, just being hyper vigilant here. Then Mars goes back into Cancer. What date? I don't even know what date. Hold on. On the 6th. The 15th is the midpoint. He is going to spend a lot of time in Cancer. This whole season ain't done for a hot minute. So here we have it coming back. Now we have this 6 of Swords. And it's like, what the fuck do I do here? What is happening? What is really happening here? This is the reassessing of emotional boundaries, reconnecting to the home, reflecting on the actions you've taken towards your healing. It's also about being potentially hyper protective of your home, right? Desperate to put these swords in the boat to protect what you have. It could be hyper moody, hyper dramatic. So Mars, I am a native Mars in Cancer. In fact, this has been scrubbing. I am a 29 degree, an anaretic degree, native Mars in Cancer. It is my one water saving grace in my whole natal chart. So having that 29 degrees Cancer and having this Mars kind of really come back and forth. And this might be, if this is your Mars return, please put that in the comments. How has this transit been really affecting, working, showing up for you? Because there's something so beautiful. Again, it comes back to me for digging in the shit to pull out the gold. It's all part of that chemical process. It's all part of the magician process. It's all part of the philosopher's stone. Taking one thing, shit, and turning it into another, gold. Oh. Ha! Look at that. Look at this Queen of Wands. Yes, sir. That Mars coming right into Cancer. Coming right into Cancer and just crowning. Just getting it in. Thank you for this card. We can. We can. We will. Man, it is going to be an amazing ride. Now, this other thing with this Queen of Wands, on the 3rd, Mars retrograde in Leo will oppose Pluto in Aquarius. Watch the fire, watch the hyper, watch the aggressive, watch the explosion, watch, again, this Queen of Wands right here, her mouth is not open. She is not out there spreading all kinds of craziness. She ain't doing the mostest, right? She is sitting on her throne. She is observing. She is taking internal action. She is making decisions, but she is doing it not in an aggressive outward manner. So, watch the 3rd. That's a bubble. This is the second of 3. The first one happened November 3rd with Mars and Cancer, Pluto, and Capricorn. This is now the first one where we have the new access point between Mars and Pluto. We have Leo and Aquarius. This is very new. This is new. How do we transition into fixed signs? How do we transition into that explosive energy in fixed? So that might be what you realize the trigger is when somebody is challenging your way of taking action. Then we're going to have the 3rd, 426, Mars and Leo, Pluto and Aquarius, both direct. This is what you want, not this. This. That's what you want. All right. Mystic rectangle. And then we're going to end on that. All right. So you see this configuration in the middle. Boop. We've got this sextile between Pluto, the moon, and our north node. We have a trine between Pluto, the moon, and the south node sitting up here in Libra. Where didn't we have? Yeah, we had Justice come out. Look at that. And then we have the south node and Mars retrograde in a very strong sextile. And then we have Mars retrograde trining the north node. And then you've got these oppositions between the two. So again, not quite there yet, 2 days, but you can tell that this Mars is applying to his opposition with Pluto. This is the mystic rectangle. So, Page of Cups. Just love. Hold on. There's more. There's more. I can feel it. Thank you. Four of Cups. Just cups. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Brilliant. Okay. So this page and this Four of Cups. These are all of the sextiles and all of the trines. Okay. There is square or opposing energy here, and it is crossing each other. There is something deeply profound that is coming up, right? This page and his little fish in his little cup showing you what is possible, what is inside, what is still bubbling, still a dream, still, the fish, especially in that context of Pisces, is like what is not yet, what is still in the ether, what is still in the spirit realm that is coming forward. It's coming, but it's patience. It's laser. Look at this laser focus. It's laser focus on it. Hold the vision, trust the process, because there's a lot of this tension coming in today. And this is the energy we're going to be bringing forward into the new year. Again, my quarter one word is secluded and deferred. Absolutely secluded and deferred. It is not time yet. It is still in the spirit. It is still being worked out. It is a hurry up and fucking wait moment. We are not there yet. This is going to feel like, God, I just want to get things done. Okay, wait. Hold on. I can't do anything. This is going to feel like me yesterday. Oh, I want to go. I'm going to go out. We're going to do things. Whoop, whoop. I mean, look, we went down. We went and took a journey yesterday, went and did the things we needed to do. I was bubbly up. Here we go. We're moving, singing songs, doing the things. Got back at 1 and I'm like, man, I am effing exhausted. I need a break. Hold on. I flicked too hard. Like we're done. I need to just decompress. I need a whole moment. It's this tug of war. It's this tension. It's this cross between two different points. That's like, what is happening? Why is it? Wait, I see it. I have 3 cups though. I can do something with that. No. This is the cup you want. Right there. This is the cup you want. It's about knowing when to take the action and when not to. And action, by the way, is also doing nothing. It's observing the choices that you have to make, right? This is where the sextiles and the trines come in. It's you do have the support to understand all of these wands back here. You have the structures in place. You have the support to see. It's just about not being hijacked. It's about not letting the energies around you to sweep you away into the water. It's about not letting, again, this is a wonderful card, this 3 of Cups. But sometimes you don't need to go out and dance in the rain. It is January. For the Northern Hemisphere, it's quite cold. Maybe that's not the best decision. Maybe you could just recreate that in a really warm shower or something. So it's discernment. It's allowing. There's something really beautiful here. And I think that this is Mars's retrograde lesson for, at least for me, is just allowing things to unfold and not not setting up, like, these are not boundaries for yourself. These are not like a wall that, hey, I'm just going to turn to the side and just going to let everything. It's just honoring where you're at in the moment that you're at, being okay with that, being okay with the decisions that you've made, and working forward. Nothing is like, you're here. Again, go back to that fantasy and wonder, the Six of Cups. Like, how amazing is it that you are here right now in this moment, being able to make the decisions that you're making, being able to live the life that you're living. Now that's cause for dancing in the shower, in a warm shower. That, my friends, is it. All right. I think, let me stop screen sharing. Let's get back here. That's going to be it, y'all. That's all she wrote. Let me just grab this real quick. So, beautiful. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you joined in your jammies, thank you so much. I am very much looking forward to this year. It is the season of prosperity in this household. I am so excited for what is to come. I'm excited to take this journey with every single one of you. And thank you for joining me. We are out of here. We are going to go celebrate a man who is turning 100 years old today and who is, look, there was that emotion, quick emotion. See, but who, is a veteran, and I'm just so thrilled. I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm so thrilled to do this. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much. I'm going to go because obviously the waterworks are about to start. So as we close today's flow, remember that you are never alone in this vast universe. May the stars guide your journey and the cards reveal your path. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow for more insights. And if you've enjoyed our time together, consider visiting my Patreon for more mystical musings. Keep your spirit in tune with the cosmic dance. Stay curious. And until we meet again under the next current, blessed be everyone. Bye.